Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we be swinging back in time to 2002 to talk about a movie that changed superhero cinema forever. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. This wasn't just another comic book movie. It was a cultural phenomenon that proved superheroes could be box office giants with real heart. So, let's start with a little history. Getting Spider-Man to the big screen was a superpowered struggle in itself. The film rights were tangled up in a web of legal battles for decades. Believe it or not, James Cameron, the director of Titanic and Avatar, was attached to direct a Spider-Man movie in the 90s. He even wrote a scriptment, which was a much darker, grittier take on the character. His version had Leonardo DiCaprio or Edward Furlong in mind for Peter Parker, but ultimately the project fell apart due to rights issues. Can you imagine how different that movie would have been? After years of development hell, the rights finally landed at Sony Pictures, and they brought in Sam Raimi. Raimi was a massive, lifelong Spider-Man fan, which was a huge advantage. He understood the core of the character, the relatable struggles, the guilt, and the overwhelming sense of responsibility. This wasn't just a job for him. It was a passion project. Now, let's talk casting. Finding the perfect Peter Parker was crucial. The studio considered a lot of big names at the time, including Freddie Prinze Jr., Jude Law, and Heath Ledger. But Raimi had his sights set on Tobey Maguire. Maguire wasn't the obvious choice. He wasn't a traditional action hero, but he had this incredible ability to portray Peter's nerdy, awkward, and deeply sensitive side, which was exactly what Raimi wanted. He perfectly captured the boy next door, who unexpectedly gets these amazing powers. For Mary Jane Watson, Kirsten Dunst won the role over actresses like Alicia Witt. She brought a warmth and complexity to MJ, making her more than just a damsel in distress. And then there's the Green Goblin. Willem Dafoe was absolutely terrifying and brilliant as Norman Osborn. Fun fact, Dafoe insisted on performing his own stunts and wore the Green Goblin suit himself, even though it was reportedly very uncomfortable. He wanted to fully embody the character, and that dedication definitely shows on screen. One of the most iconic things about this movie is the costume. The Spider-Man suit itself was a masterpiece of design, but it wasn't easy to wear. Tobey Maguire had to wear a special muscle suit underneath to get that perfect superhero physique. And the mask? It was a single piece with fixed lenses, which made it incredibly difficult for him to see. He was practically blind during many of the action sequences. Speaking of action, remember that amazing cafeteria scene where Peter catches all of Mary Jane's food on the tray? You might think that was all CGI, but it wasn't. Tobey Maguire actually did it himself. It took him a staggering 156 takes to get it just right, with some sticky adhesive on the tray to help the item stick. That's some serious dedication to practical effects. And who could forget the upside-down kiss in the rain? It's one of the most memorable kisses in movie history. But filming, it was anything but romantic. Tobey Maguire was hanging upside down. Water was pouring into his nostrils, and he could barely breathe. But the result was pure movie magic, a perfect blend of superhero action and classic romance. Spider-Man shattered box office records, becoming the first movie ever to earn over $100 million in its opening weekend. It proved that audiences were hungry for superhero stories that were faithful to the source material, but also had genuine emotion and character development. It paved the way for the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the entire modern era of superhero blockbusters. It showed that with great power and a great story comes great success. What are your favorite memories of watching Spider-Man for the first time? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos. See you next time.